Hello, everyone. It's Melanie Wood, founder and owner of Speaking Styles, and I have someone very special to be able to have a bit more of a conversation with and share more of what she has been doing. So please welcome Dee, the beautiful Dee, and I'm such a pleasure to have her here. Dee, how are you today?
Hi everybody, hi sweet Melanie. I'm great. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm really excited to be here and have an awesome conversation with you.
Definitely. So Dee, share with us a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
Perfect. So I'm Dr Dee Hacking. I am a health entrepreneur. So what I do, Melanie, is I am an author and a transformational coach, a doctor and a homeopath. So my intention is to not only assist others in their health journey through life and create an awesome lifestyle for themselves, but in regards to obviously being a doctor and a homeopath, assisting to greater health and greater mindset, as well as transformational coaching and authoring. I've always wanted to be Stephen King, believe it or not, which is a funny thing. As a young child, what would you like to do? I always want to be Stephen King. So maybe not as horror as Stephen King, but lots of little tricks up my sleeve. So thank you very much. That's a little bit about me.
Yay! Thank you so much, Dee. And Dee does absolutely amazing work. And Dee and I met in person for the first time only a short few weeks ago, which was so exciting. And Dee gave me some very special heat cream, which I have to say I have used on a few occasions. With my back and neck that sometimes plays up from sitting down on a chair all day. So thank you, Dee. It's amazing, beautiful. So Dee makes all her own creams and potions and lotions and all these amazing things. So definitely reach out to Dee to be able to grab some of those. And Dee, let us know, where are you based?
So I'm currently based in Mackay. As entrepreneurs, we travel a little bit. Prior to COVID, obviously, we are in Australia. So we also have a house in America. But we are based in Mackay. I did have medical clinics, homeopathic clinics, excuse me, Mackay, Brisbane and Melbourne. So I used to sort of transport myself up and down the eastern seaboard of Australia. But we're currently in Mackay. Yeah. And it's wonderful working from home. Thank you. Love working from home. I do telehealth from home, all the transformational coaching from home. Just love it. And we live right on the beach, Melanie.
I know.
40 steps over to the beach. So as an entrepreneur, we're working from home, but there's we have an elderly dog. His name's Harry. He's 17 now.
Yeah.
And 6:15 a.m. we're on the beach, and 5 p.m. we're on the beach, and a little rainforest out the back. So a little slice of paradise up here in just a bit north of Mackay, Ball Bay, actually.
It's amazing. For anybody, we'll be able to leave some links around this video as well that you can connect with Dee. I mean, it's amazing where she lives, and yeah, those walks on the beach every morning. So definitely follow.
We also do health retreats up here.
Definitely.
So some gonging sound healing gonging sessions down on the beach. So I actually go live on Facebook. So my Dr Dee Health Entrepreneur page, you can see live sound healing on our beach, literally out the door.
I know. And Dee, we've been working together for majority of this year, but prior to we started working together, what were you doing, and maybe what was some of the things that you were struggling with prior to us starting to work together?
So a few things I was doing. I have gone from a full-time homeopath and doctor in clinics to more of an online presence. And I'm a previous tech phobe. So I was, previous to meeting yourself, quite scared actually of what I was doing online, my presence online. The big thing over the last couple of years was now do videos. So they're all cool. So you start doing videos and then I would go blank. Not my mind, my words wouldn't come out. So then I realized I didn't really know, to be honest, Melanie, who I was and what was I doing, because I have many balls in the air, as they say, tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah.
I've also, previous paranormal investigator and all sorts of wonderful things. And then I would get asked, "Oh, hi Dee, what do you do?" and then I'd freeze as well. So all this information in my head, my dad used to call me a wordsmith. So there's lots in there, and all of a sudden it wouldn't come out. So I thought, what am I going to do about this? And then I saw the wonderful Melanie stalked you on Facebook, which then I realized you put a little post up, something along the lines of, if you want further clarity on who you are and what you do, connect with me. And you had a little course going up. So I thought, oh my goodness, stop. The world's got to stop. I've got to do what Melanie's doing. And then, just kind of long story short, Melanie and I did connect on that little course, and lovely, wonderful people. And then Melanie called me personally to see how she could best facilitate what I needed. And it was to get what I did out in a very simple manner. And then the benefit of a story. Now, I did actually know that the power of a story, but what do you put in your story? You know, I've got all this and all that. I had no idea. So what I needed from you was clarity of where I was headed. So a good plan forward. So as far as coaching goes, that's nailed that as well. And a very clear, Melanie's got a secret behind Melanie. She's got this little list of words. Oh yes, I have a few of those. That sounds like me. And then Melanie assisted me to take the accountability of making my own story. And now the power of the story I will share with you. I was setting up health retreats up here in Ball Bay to assist others in their health journey. And Melanie said, right, okay, so we formulated a little perfect heading that sounded very direct and what they're going to get. And yeah, so not necessarily what I do, it's what the client is going to receive from being there. Fantastic. And then I tacked my awesome new story onto it. So, and that was one afternoon. And then in the morning, I woke up to all these leads, and they all booked in. So my retreat, going from one person already pre-booked because she was a client of mine, to a fully booked retreat by 11 a.m. the next day. So the power of your story is just huge. And so that people can resonate with you more so, a couple of the ladies that inquired in the morning was, they actually said, I resonated with your story, and they could feel the energy that I had, and they just wanted to work with me. They didn't really care what they were doing. So I thought that was amazing, because that's what drew myself to Melanie initially. Then I saw the energy. I thought, all right, I've got to work with this woman. She can fix all my words that are in there, and I just have to get them out, which I found quite strange asking for help, as I'm sure many people do, because as a physician previously, I can get on a stage, I can do speeches, I can provide information, but the power behind Melanie's resources was to have conversation with somebody. And that was a light bulb moment to me, because for years, for 20 years, I've been providing information, factual information in lists. This is what you do, like teaching somebody one way, no conversation. And I think so the power of the story and the conversation you have with somebody on this particular health retreat, which fast forward the month, everyone came, and then the most value that the participants got out of it was via the conversation. Then another light bulb moment. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Melanie. So fully booked retreat, which is thousands of dollars worth of a profit for myself. So that's where I was struggling, is what on earth am I doing? I've got a list of things that I do, but where do you pick and choose to put those words? And how do you formulate the words into your personality and energy that you can relate to somebody via words? So that's, I think
definitely. You've done such an amazing work. And Dee and I have worked together one-on-one. We've worked together in groups. We've worked together in part of group programs. Dee has just committed all into everything, and again benefited out of one-on-one, but also again with the groups as well, of being able to, I suppose sometimes is that one-on-one is fantastic, but sometimes being able to see what other people do or how they feel and how they're putting things together definitely benefits as well, and being able to have more of those conversations with people as well, right?
Conversation, actually. And one huge benefit from the group with yourself and the other ladies is usually when you're, say, in a physical roundtable group, it will be, you know, the get to know you conversation and what do you do type thing. And that never really eventuated into the group that you host. It was all very, very on point, some strategies, and then put us into a little breakout room where we can speak to each other in a smaller group. And then make that connection and conversation, then come back and meet with the other people too. That was an amazing feature of your groups. I really like that togetherness more so than just being a participant in a group. You were one big, sort of like a family really, which is interesting because we still keep in contact, the group, some of the group members. You know, you really resonate with those participants.
That's right. And Dee, we've done everything online as well, like our one-on-one as we are now, or the group things, the workshops that you've attended, we've done everything online. And how would you, because I know that you do a lot in person and online, and then you've run retreats in person. But what for you has been key out of doing all of those things online? Have you ever felt that that's been a barrier to learning anything, to be able to take that and implement that into your own life or business?
I think there has been no barriers with the online, which I'm so impressed. The huge benefits that I've personally, in regards to personal scheduling, I'm an entrepreneur, so I do have 3 or 4 businesses that we do run, which sounds like a bit of an impossible feat, but being online, you don't actually have to go anywhere, don't have to take anything with you. I've literally, my behind the scenes is a clipboard and lots of paper, and over here a diary, and just most of all, just let me show you what I resonate with Melanie with is
wait. We'll go to teapots.
Well, our pots of tea. So working online, we can surround ourselves with our own authenticity of tea. You can have a little sip of tea in the middle of a coaching session, which is amazing, even as in a group session, because you've got everything with you. And then you can fit it into your schedule amazingly well. So obviously, set the time aside. It can be at nights, the weekends. We do afternoon, and the courses that you run are in the evening. So you can implement that into a busy schedule where nothing's impossible. I quite like that idea, but taking the benefit of being online, especially in your group, is that we're sharing, as you said, conversations. I can't highlight enough the power of a conversation, which I hadn't really noticed before, to be honest with you. It's all, I used to get quite, let's say, stressed before any event where I had to be, you know, list, super organized, and what am I going to say and what am I going to present, and the power of a conversation, as we have spoken about before, you just let it flow freely. You know, you sort of know where you're going and what you need to either learn and implement, strategies, especially with your little heart lady up the top there. You know, a little bit of heart goes into everything. I think that's the authenticity. There's no barrier to learning. On the flip side of that, I think you can, if you're relaxed in your own environment and feeling calm, you seem to sponge a little bit. I was just saying to Melanie before, I like everything in her head to be in my head. You can sort of sponge and implement if you're in a relaxed environment anyway. So there's no hindrance to learning at all. I would rather recommend that, as I have implemented in my own coaching business now, like yourself, to have more of the, I've said no, especially in COVID. People used to, you know, come to the clinics. I'm not doing that anymore, into the house. So the coaching clients that used to come, even patients now, I think they're on telehealth. I would rather have my home, you know, COVID from my whole house is a medical clinic. So I have to operate. So it's at least an hour deep cleaning before anybody comes here. After every patient leaves, it's cleaning. I would spend about 3 hours a day cleaning the house, which sounds ridiculous, but if I'm doing everything online, I actually can turn that cleaning time into productivity, you know, income generating activities, let's say, as a business phrase. Deep dive into what you're doing more than, you know, floundering around trying to get the day done. So I'm enjoying it more, I suppose.
Definitely. And Dee, for a lot of your work and your businesses, like everything has transformed and changed as well. And I know that you already had a lot of vision to where you wanted to go, but having your story, having more of the clarity, and we've been working on your speaking and structure and how to be able to grow that more for yourself and for your business. And share with us, you know, maybe some of the visions that you now have of where you want to go over the next 6 months, a year. Now that you have that story, you now know about having conversations. It's, you know, the world is your oyster now as well in that.
It is, and I'm so excited, Melanie, that the world is my oyster. I mean, as a business, I run off 90-day plans. So for all businesses in the next 90 days, I have a little strategy going that I have run, health retreats here in Ball Bay. So now we're flipping that to corporate resets, basically, not necessarily a retreat, a corporate reset where we're taking individuals to start with from the corporate sector and putting them into a day or 2-day course for, you know, chronic stress, overwhelm, burnout, speaking like yourself, how to implement strategies, and not a corporate retreat as such, just a reset 2-day workshop, let's say.
Yeah.
So I do have a couple of interested parties as businesses like Westpac, for example, are interested. So we can then tailor make their corporate reset to what they need. So that's definitely a whole new arena that I haven't previously been in before, and have a few people that are willing to come on board to assist in the implementation, which is fantastic. Also, I'm 3/4 the way writing my book, Spruik It, Flip It, Do It, and I have a Hay House Balboa Press publishing deal, which is fantastic. So that's also coming in the next 90 days, which is fantastic. Also, I'm launching my online coaching groups like yourself. So that's a big deal for me. And one of my other coaches, they say coaches need coaches, right? So I've got a little group of coaches, which is fantastic. And it's follow somebody else's lead, find somebody that is doing what you want to do, especially if you haven't done it before, and then gain information from them. So not copy by any means. They have knowledge that you can then implement into what you want to do. So that's where I'm headed with that. Doing what others are doing, as I said, in my own authenticity. So you're doing online courses as a couple of other people, which is great. So group coaching, absolutely. I'm going into that. Fantastic. And still my online homeopathic. So if anyone is in need of a homeopathic appointment, you can find me on Facebook, Dr Dee, Health Entrepreneur. But also I do have a transformational coaching business as well. So we have a website, www.lifestyleflippers. You'll find us there, the Lifestyle Flippers.
Definitely. Thank you. And I will share the links from your pages as well around these videos where they do go as well. But yeah, definitely go over and follow Dee on her pages. She does some amazing things, and see her life, but also the amazing content that she puts out there, and definitely follow her because it is absolutely amazing. And indeed, such a pleasure to work with you. And we were talking about this earlier, and it really around when we do work with coaches, and it's really around the fact that you take the strategies, you take everything that I give you, and you go and you put it in your 90-day plan, but you actually go away and you do it. And that's why you see that return on investment. You see the things that are growing is because you actually go away and do the work, which is really vital when we're in that partnership with people, because if we don't take the action, it kind of doesn't just arrive on our doorstep as much as we would love that to happen.
Isn't it? It's information unless you implement it. I think it's nice to gather information. And for a knowledge perspective, it's fantastic. You know, my brain's always been a human sponge. So I like gathering. But as you said, if you're not implementing the strategies, and just to prove that the implementation of your strategies work, it was literally, we came off the coaching session, I think we ended at 7:30 p.m. and then I had another meeting directly after that with another group of awesome people at 7:30 p.m. for an hour. Then I just implemented what we had, sort of brainstormed in that, sent it to you. You gave me a thumbs up, put it up on Facebook in the advertising, and then the next morning, like the rainbow, the heavens open, the unicorns were dancing. Thank you, Melanie. My retreat is full. Done. Okay, next retreat. And I was so excited. I'm like, okay, let's get the next one. And Melanie's like, just hold on a second. Take your energy and do the first one, this next one, and then we can look forth. So I think the excitement that came forth with implementing your strategies and getting the instant results.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. It is when you do the work, absolutely. And Dee is going to feature in the book that I've co-authored as well. So because of the amazing transformation that Dee has had, then she is going to be part of the book, The Change Makers, that I have been co-authoring in as well, which is super exciting. But yeah, Dee, thank you so much for coming on and having this conversation and finding out more about you, who you are, what you do, which you're absolutely smashing, because we've done the work together and you can do that so confidently. And it's been such a pleasure to work with you and continue to work with you as well, because as we were chatting about earlier, it's going to that next level. It's like now you have this area of your story, now having that you can know that you can do those retreats. Now we're going to the next level of putting together those corporate ones. And that's the thing that I love about working with you, because it's not just okay, we're just going to do that one session, then it's done. It's like we're continuing, but we're kind of continuing up as well, and going outside your comfort zone, but that following that vision that you have and what needs to take place as well. So
that's where the goal is, outside of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
It's a good time to start something. Now.
Yes. Now, I heard this morning, now is the new later.
Oh yeah, I love it. Now is the new later.
So that's my tagline.
Late.
Now is the new later, so you get started today.
And the pressure that I put on Melanie, we haven't even finished our coaching session yet. I'm like, okay, next one?
Yeah, I know. I don't even have to say it. You're already there. Yeah. But thank you so much. Next one. So yeah, please reach out to Dee again on the links that I will be sharing. Please do and find out all the amazing work that she does. And if you're up in the Mackay area or up in the central Queensland area, feel free to get in contact with her as well, and start having that conversation today. So thank you so much, Dee.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.